editing yesterday's vlog. Didn't do it last night. I decided to paint more of that painting by numbers thing. The mornings are starting to become a struggle, just because they're just so full of like Caden in a bad mood. And the reason he's in a bad mood is because he gets up and then he does something, like he'll come in the room and he'll make a noise, and then Matt will get grumpy and he'll shout at him, and then he gets grumpy and then he'll start shouting at me, and I'm just like, why can't you just wake up, give your boy a kiss and a cuddle and go to work? To stop all the hassle. I've got 40 minutes of footage to go through this morning, and I need to upload another couple of videos for the art channel. So while I'm editing the vlog, I'm gonna do the art channel as well, upload videos. I've got Colour Book Tuesday to go up today, and I need to upload that ASAP, so that's what I'm gonna do. I should have edited the vlog last night, but I didn't even go to bed until like 2 o'clock. After doing that, I'm watching a video on here. So, yes. Excited stuff. Gonna have my coffee and finish editing this video.
Hello guys,
Stop it.
hello guys!
Well, talk to them then, they're there.
Hello guys, I'm going to the cafe, and I'm going to drive the bus.
You're not going to drive the bus, you're going to go on the bus.
I'm going on the bus, yeah. And am I going to is the bus going through my house?
No.
No, the bus will be here and outside in my house. Can we wait for it, Mommy? Do you have any money
Yeah, for the bus.
for the bus? That Daddy took all the money.
We've got money for the bus.
Where? Huh? What? Wait! Mommy, can we go to the bus now?
No. It's only 8 o'clock, baby.
Why? Well, we're not going to the bus. You're not going to the bus. You're not going
Okay, then.
to the bus. Yeah, not going to the bus.
So Matt just called while he was at work and he said, are you serious about moving into Mum and Dad's house? And I was like, well yeah, if it's the best thing to do for financial reasons, then yes, I'm serious about it. And he said you need to phone pupil placement and you need to phone your dad to ask, because my dad has been moaning about Caden just staying over just one night, so I don't know if he would like it or not. So it's a bit hard to figure out whether it's a good idea or not, but we're just going to go for it and see. The worst that can happen is that we lose everything and then my mum and dad tuck us out, but if they do, then we can claim to be homeless and get a house quicker on the council. That's the only positive about that. But we would have to literally tuck out a lot of stuff, like all of our beds, our couch, our washing machine, our dryer, our fridge, freezer. We would keep our TV and our Xbox and my computer and my desks and all my art supplies, but that's probably it. Like clothes, art supplies, Xbox, PC, and then obviously Caden's toys. But Caden's toys, a lot of them will have to go because he has a lot of toys in his bedroom and he has a lot of toys at his granny's house, so that would have to be a thing, and it just wouldn't be cool. And also Caden would have to move nurseries. He said that he wants to move in with Mum, Granny and Granda, and he would be okay with making a new nursery, but he wants all of his friends to come with him, which isn't obviously going to happen. Hi guys, I have pretty much been on the phone all day. My ear is burning. So I phoned pupil placement to see if we could move Caden to a different nursery and what the process is for that. And they basically said that I would just have to email and then hope that they would accept, and then if there was no places he would start again in August. So he would have to leave nursery or continue going to his own nursery for a bit and then start again in August. And then I phoned the opticians to see if I could get one for my town instead of my mum's town, so that it would be closer and I wouldn't have to get the bus. And they said yes, tomorrow at 3, so I'm going to go tomorrow at 3. And then I phoned the opticians in my mum's town to cancel, so that's cancelled. And then I phoned my dad to ask him if we could move into his house and how he would feel about that. And I was basically just asking if he would be okay with having us in the house, because they've got a 3-bedroom house. It's not the biggest, and he would probably have me and Caden in his face like all day every day. And he would have to wake up earlier because he would hear Caden earlier and all that stuff. So that would be a thing. And also whether they would be financially stable, because right now my mum and dad don't pay rent or council tax. Council tax is basically your sewage and water and stuff like that. They get rebates for that because of my mum doesn't work that much hours, so they get help with that. But if we moved in, because Matt works full time, they wouldn't have that anymore, so we would have to pay all of their bills, apart from obviously all of their electricity and gas and stuff. So basically whatever they would pay, they have to pay just now, and then whatever comes on top of that, we would have to pay. So we would probably have to pay around £500 to £700. I don't know. My dad's not very good with all that stuff because my mum deals with it, but so he doesn't know how much they make. But basically he said yeah, it would be cool as long as they were financially stable. Because that's what we were doing it for us to be financially stable, but they need to be financially stable as well. So I don't know guys, I'm going to talk to Matt later. My dad's going to talk to my mum, and then we're going to come to a decision. We're going to sit down and talk about the financial stuff, and then we're going to get it started. So there's going to be a lot of changes in our life coming soon. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, so yeah. I don't know. I don't know how Matt's going to feel about the way that my dad was like talking about it, because my dad was just like, yeah, you would have to pay the full amount of rent, and that's fair because they don't have to pay rent while we're not there because they get help. So but their rent is much cheaper, and I was trying to explain to my dad that it would be cheaper for us to live there, and he was like, no, it would probably come up to be about the same amount as you live there. And I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, your rent is £300 cheaper than what our rent is. So, well, it's not 300, it's like 250 pounds cheaper. So obviously it's going to work out cheaper for us. Any money that we can save is best, and we said for a year. It might not be a year, it might be more, but we're hoping for a year, and then hoping that Matt's mum can help. But we'll see how it goes. We'll figure it out. It's so weird not to have a rod in my arm anymore. I'm trying to feel for it and it's not there. I'm just like, where is it? So yeah, there's going to be a lot of changes, and I said to my dad that I would probably have a baby by then as well, like another baby, like in a year, and he was like, no. And I was like, yeah. So I don't know. My mum will say yes. He says he needs to talk to my mum. I've already talked to my mum about it and she said it's okay, but they need to talk about the financial thing and whether my dad is okay with having a Wayne around all the time, because my dad moans about him staying overnight, never mind 24/7. So hopefully that'll be all sorted. I need to figure out that, and then if that is okay with my mum and dad, then we can just clean the house, start trying to sell our furniture, and then move into my mum and dad's house. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is like the cons, is just losing our stuff and losing basically what we've built up on for 3 years. Like, we did work, well, Matt worked. Matt worked and made all that money so that he could buy us things for this house, and we'd literally just be like giving it all away for much cheaper than what we bought it for. But it's had its uses. We've lived here for 3 years, so it's just so not good. We would have to get Gorman to come and just like blitz the garden and just make sure that everything's alright, and we would have to pay him for that. There's just a lot of things that just goes along with this. Now, I think that this isn't as stressful as moving into your own house, like from a rented house to an owned property, but it's still really stressful, especially when you know that you're going to be putting your parents out, and even though they are going to be put out and they are going to probably hate it and they're not going to like having us there again, not because they don't like us, but because it's a lot of stress. It is a lot of stress for two families to live under one roof, even though they probably wouldn't be 100% happy with it. They would always do it anyway because they know that they don't want to see their daughter and her family in such a mess. I don't know why I'm crying, but it's emotional because you just realise how good your family is to you when this kind of thing happens. Like, I can rely on my mum. I can phone her up and be like, I'm in a sticky situation, can you get me out? And she would literally drop everything just to do it for me. And that's another reason why I wanted to ask my dad, because if I had went up to my mum and said, right, we need to move out now, she would be like, okay, let's go, you only need to give me £100 a month, it's fine. So I phoned my dad to tell him that this is what was going to happen and that we would have to pay him more money than what my mum would ask for, because they don't have the money to pay that would add on to their bills for us to stay there. So, and I knew that my mum would just be happy with it, and then it would happen and my dad would be like, what is going on? Like, why are all these people moving into my house? And it does put him out, because Caden gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning sometimes and would wake him up early, and he likes to wait. He's a night owl like me. He basically likes to stay up until 1, 2 in the morning and then wake up at like 10, 11 in the morning after. So I don't know, it is emotional and it's stressful, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to move back into my mum and dad's house, but it's the only option we have because we don't have any money. And every month that goes by, it's getting worse and worse. Like, we are having less and less money, like, in our bank account after all the bills come out, and it's got to the point where if it goes less next month, we won't have any money at all. And I feel like it's my fault as well, because I don't work. All I do is make silly videos online and I don't contribute to the money whatsoever. And it upsets me, because if I had got a job when we first moved out into this house, we probably would be out of this house and in our own house by now. And it's hard. It's basically my fault. But there's nothing else you can do. Life is difficult sometimes, and you've just got to do what you got to do to make the right decision for your family and to make everybody happy, I guess. So, sorry for crying at you guys, but I guess I needed to do that. Like, I've been very good about being emotional throughout this thing so far. But I haven't talked about any of this stuff to anybody. Like, I know I've said to Matt that we will lose all our stuff, but his attitude just makes me firmer. Like, it makes me stronger. Like, I'm just like, yeah, we'll just lose all our stuff and that's it. And then I come and talk to you and spill out my guts, and just the tears start happening. Anyway, I'm going to start cleaning up and making sure everything is tidy. We don't have any juice left, so I'm gonna have to drink water, which I hate. We hardly have any milk. We have no bread. We have no money. Matt gets paid tomorrow, but like that money's basically going to go away in bills. And I need to cancel my Scrollerbox subscription because I can't afford £15 a month. That's probably a lot of the reasons why we don't have as much money, because I do spend a lot of money on colour books and on like art supplies and stuff as well. So I just want Matt to come home and I want to talk to him about it and tell him what I've learned today. And I had to push my appointment back for my eyes, and that's worrying me still, and I really wanted to get that appointment over with and done with today, but it just makes sense for me not to get the bus through to a different town just to get an eye appointment when there's like opticians in my town. So that's the thing that's happening. Anyway, I am going to go and tidy up, or maybe I'm not. I'm gonna compose myself first and then I'm gonna tidy up. Maybe get a drink or something. I think we've got diluting juice actually, so. And then I'll talk to you guys later.
A very ridiculous thing to do. I'm staying at Granny's house tonight.
No, you're not. Granny's gotta work.
Is that a pirate ship?
Yeah.
I want to paint.
You'll paint soon. Me and Kaden are really, really hungry, aren't we? But we're waiting on Daddy to come home for dinner.
We are not. We are not.
Yes, we are. And then once Daddy comes home for dinner, we'll have dinner and I'll go and get you some toothpaste because you put it in the bin.
Daddy said I want to use his toothpaste, but I don't like it.
No, but we need to use your toothpaste and your teeth are already getting yellow.
Are they?
Yeah, because I should have got you some yesterday.
Are they yellow?
Mhm. They should be white.
They're yellow.
Mhm. So I should have got him some toothpaste yesterday, but I completely forgot. So we're gonna get him some today.
I want to come too.
And I'm gonna get milk and cola and
nuggets.
hopefully we'll have enough money for that.
And nuggets.
We get paid tomorrow.
And yogurt.
And yogurt. So we get paid tomorrow, but hopefully I'll have enough
I'll
money
come
in
to
the bank
this time
for
tomorrow,
that. You're not
alright?
coming tomorrow.
I'll come. Huh?
We're going to the park tomorrow.
Why?
Good.
After the shop.
Yeah. Oh.
I'll come to the shop.
Okay. So, yeah, that's just basically what's happening. We're just watching some videos. We just watched Joey Garcefa glue some rhinestones to his face, which Made You Look by Lex did that first, by the way, just in case you're wondering. That's where that trend came from. What are you doing? Let's see your head. Is your head still sore?
Yeah, it is. It's still sore. Still sore. Yeah. Still story.
Hopefully those scratches will go away by the time you go to nursery. I don't know how long it'll take. I remember when you fell on when we first moved in here, when he was 1, he fell on the TV stand and he had a big slit across his face here, and that didn't go away for months. That was there for months.
Mommy.
So you might have a face like that for months.
It'll take 9 years.
9 years. Hope not. I hope you don't look like that until you're like 14, 13.
Till I'm going to be 100 after 11.
No, you need to get to 99.
I'm going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, 24.
You're missing out things and making them backwards. You just counted to 20 but missed out number 13.
9 and
13 is after 12.
14 and
14.
14 and
15.
15,
16.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 100.
Yeah, that's cheating. Going to the shop now. Really don't want to go, but we need some stuff. Right, tell the guys what you just said. No, go back. Tell them what you said.
I don't like Mommy and Daddy.
And who do you like better?
These people.
I'm watching the Saucony Jolies, and he came in and he said he doesn't want me as a mum and he doesn't want me as a mum anymore, and he doesn't want Daddy as a daddy anymore. He wants to replace us with Anna and Jonathan.
Anna and Jonathan?
Yeah. JHP.
No.
So we've been replaced by people on YouTube.
Mommy.
Just having a yogurt just now, and
Mommy,
I need to talk to the guys. I need to tell them a secret.
I'm not going to
I need to ask them a secret. I need to tell them a secret.
Why?
The secret is that we are not going to be moving anytime soon. My mum and dad offered a way higher amount than we expected, so we just don't think it's worth it to give up our space for that amount of money.
I want those people.
So that's that. Don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to figure out something, I
I
guess.
smell your yogurt.
So I'm going to have a yogurt and finish watching this video, and you are going to go get your tablet.
No.
Well, you're not sitting here with somebody that you don't like.
I like you too.
But you don't want me as a mummy.
I like you as a mummy.
You do? So you don't need Anna as a mummy? No? Okay.
I just want.
Hi guys, I just posted a post on Twitter to say that I was going to edit some videos and then record more, and I've just been sitting watching somebody go through her art supplies, and then I clicked off it and I realised that it's 2 hours and 20 minutes long, so I think I'm going to add that to watch later and watch that later, because I do not have 2 hours and 20 minutes to do stuff. I'm gonna I don't know what I want to do. I've got Sims videos to edit, but I think I'm gonna put the Sims videos on hold for a bit. Again. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I have a couple of thumbnails to make for future videos, so I'm going to do that as well. I know that they don't need to be posted until next week, but at least then I'll have all of the thumbnails done and everything ready to go. And then I think I'll work more on that painting by numbers for like maybe half an hour or something, and then I'm going to go to bed. So I'm going to end this video here, and I'll show you what I get done tomorrow, and I'm going to edit this video tonight hopefully as well, because editing this video this morning when Caden was still here was a nightmare. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.